Live from Muzzy Field in Bristol, it is American Legion Baseball right here on SportingNewsCT.com alongside Steve Riley. I'm Ada Blank, and we are just getting set. We have a brand new camera angle, Steve, and feeling good about this one. An elimination game. The first team will be sent home from this Super Regional and out of regional and state title contention today.
Well, both these teams, Aiden, will try to hit the ball better than they did in their first games.
Of course.
You know, West Hartford only, when they lost to Tri-County 1-0, they only had 2 hits in that game. Ellington had 4 hits against RCP in their continuation loss just a little while ago by the score of 2-1. So both these teams got to try to generate some offense. And
as we said, RCP and Ellington were actually slated to be the second game yesterday. We got about 4 innings of that in, and then Mother Nature said, you know what, let's play it tomorrow morning.
Yeah, yep. So we have 3 games, 1 a continuation and 2 games, and subsequent to this, you'll see RCP will play again.
That's going to be fun.
Against Tri-County.
Yes, so the bracket as it stands right now, the winner of this will play the loser of the next game tomorrow being Monday, at 6:30 to get to the championship. The championship will be the winner of this, and the loser will basically all teams are still in championship contention. That ends today. West Hartford and Ellington will play.
Well, 2 teams, yeah. West Hartford. The loser of this game is done.
Right,
so
yes.
This is an elimination game.
So by the end of today, 3 teams will remain in contention for that regional spot, and of course they'll play in the state tournament as well.
Yeah,
so
Northeast Regional Tournament, right, yep.
Ready to get things going here from Muzzy Field.
Yep, well, West Hartford will be the visitors in this game. Ellington will be the home team. For West Hartford, leading it off will be Colby Leidold as they shift their lineup a little bit around. Colby was the 6th hitter in the last game. Drew Hungerford will bat second. He plays third base today.
Okay.
Luke Fox, who was the leadoff hitter in the last game, will now bat third. He'll play right field. He was the losing pitcher in the first game. Joe Celio, still in the cleanup spot. He'll play first base. Timmy Cotter, second baseman, will bat 5th. Sean Langen, the catcher, 6th. Paul Wilson will be the designated hitter today. And Brian Ranker will bat 8th. Playing shortstop, Max Main will play center field batting 9th. And on the mound today, hope I pronounce it right, Matt Bezaglu.
One of the more colorful names.
Yep. On the mound today for Ellington will be Braden Barone. Sean Langen will be behind the dish catching. Whoops, I got Sean Langen on both sides of the scoreboard here. Let me see what I got there. I'll get that checked over in a minute.
All right, well, while you do that, I'll give you the Ellington starting lineup for offense. Chase Kidd will be the center fielder. He'll lead off. Dakota Aldrich, the left fielder, bats second. Stefan Lesko, the second baseman, bats third. The third baseman, Kevin Smith, is in the cleanup spot for today. The shortstop, Brady Coleman, bats 5th. And that is Sam Coraval, and he is the DH, so they will go with the DH contrary to their first game. Coravenk, rather.
Corvo.
Oh, Coravo.
Yeah, oh, sorry about
okay,
that.
so
handwriting.
He'll bat 6th. The catcher, Aaron Young, will bat 7th. The 8-hitter will be the first baseman, Ryan Decker. The 9-hitter is the right fielder, Adam Muzzy. Of course, same name as Muzzy Field. And Braden Burrow will be the pitcher for Ellington, who are the visitors in this game, yes?
Nope, Ellington's the home team.
Okay.
Yep, they're the home team.
So Ellington, as we were told, will be the home team for the rest of this tournament, unless, of course, they make the final game on Tuesday, and if they win that game, they play Wednesday. So for West Hartford and Ellington, it is a long road, but not an impossible one. They have to win this game. They then have to win tomorrow against the loser of this 4 o'clock game. They would then have to win Tuesday in the final, and they would then have to win again Wednesday. So they'd be playing today. They'd have played basically yesterday, today, tomorrow.
Yeah, Tuesday and Wednesday.
Tuesday and Wednesday. 5 days in a row.
Yeah, the winner of the nightcap today, the 4 o'clock game, really is in a big-time driver's seat.
Yeah.
They still have to be defeated twice.
Yes, they will play. So
win it.
The winner of our, we'll call it nightcap, but our primetime afternoon cap will play in the championship Tuesday. They'd have to be beaten twice, but all they need is 1 win, and they're moving on. So
You know, Braden Barone, as we said, is on the mound for Ellington. See if I have anything. Yep, he's a 2017 Cheney Tech graduate, and he deploys for the U.S. Army boot camp this August.
Wow.
So he'll be a member of the United States Army.
You see a lot of those kids in playing American Legion.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
And
But
thank you for your service, Braden.
Exactly. Well, it is quite the, before we get started on this gorgeous day at Muzzy Field, a few clouds, but other than that, we're gorgeous, a lot better than yesterday. It is always nice. We do see the fans below. A lot of them have their phones out and are watching. We have 3 live viewers currently. Hopefully that number gets jacked up. They're doing announcements on the public address system. We thank them for that, and everybody seems to be watching this game. It's very funny. They're at the game. They're about 2 feet away from it, but they decide, not that it's wrong, not that there's anything wrong with it, but they decide they want to watch the game on SportingNewsCT.com.
They also want to listen to us, and then hopefully they'll tell back their relatives. If you are listening, tell your relatives, tell your friends to tune in.
Tell everybody to
SportingNewsCT.com.
Come watch with us.
You know, one thing I do want to give a shout out, you know, Aiden, is to the grounds crew for this game. I mean,
of course,
got guys who were out there. The guys yesterday, the 2 gentlemen were working yeoman's work yesterday, and they had to get the field set twice when they finally got called yesterday. Then I understand they were here this morning at like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Well, I'm sure they were. I mean, the field must have been a mess. So the field is gorgeous. Well, as we say that, West Hartford will be the first to bat. They'll dig in. Colby Little, the left fielder, wearing number 14 on his back. 1 for 3 yesterday in their opening game against Tri-County, and that is strike number 1. And with that, we're underway on a gorgeous afternoon for American Legion baseball.
Yep, it's a big field. If you've never been here, 339 down the left field line, 402 in straight center field.
A 1 pitch is on its way to Lytle. On the mound is Brandon Barone. Looks in, kicks and fires. That's strike number 2. Not much of a frame job needed for Aaron Young behind the plate, who is catching the balls and strikes today. He didn't need to frame either one of those pitches much. So 0-2 the count to the left fielder Little, and he takes one outside, 1-2.
It's a funny thing, again, the way Braden Barone is delivering the ball from what looks like a windup, but actually in high school, you can't do what he's doing.
1-2. Upstairs, 2-2, and I agree. It is he has that kind of like foot. If you're watching, you can see he's got like his front foot does a little funky step before he pitches the ball. This one cracked on the ground. It's a hop off the mound, and Little is on. He is 2 for 4, batting .500 in his first few at-bats in this Super Regional, and he gets to first base.
Well, give him some credit for the coach of West Hartford for figuring that one out. He put Colby Little in the leadoff spot.
Yes, he did. Little was not hitting leadoff yesterday. He was a couple down, right?
Yeah, he was 1 for 3. He was in the 6th spot.
Okay. That's definitely a big jump. Hitting in the 6th spot yesterday, your coach tells you you're leading off.
You're leading off today, yep.
And in such an important game, too.
Yep.
The season is quite literally on the line. Up steps Drew Hungerford. He's the third baseman, number 10 on his back. They check him back at first, and he is gone. How about that?
What a good pickoff move by Braden Barone. He just quickly moves his feet and snaps it over with a little bit of short arm. Yep.
It's the first time in this tournament that we see somebody picked off on the bases. We have, however, seen a couple of other things, such as doubled up. A couple of guys have been thrown out stealing. It's been a very aggressive game. This one on the ground is short, fielded by Coleman. Across the diamond to Salio at first, and there's 2 away. So a rally for West Hartford has been kind of silenced so far, and that's kind of the way that Ellington's been playing in this tournament. They've given up some big hits, and then they've been able to silence it.
Well, Ellington probably will get that. You know, they had that little bit of a snake bit feeling in the last game when things didn't go wrong. Everything went wrong. Now, first thing that happens is something right. Well, the reason why I'm saying that he isn't pitching like if it's a high school, he couldn't do that is because in high school, your front left foot must be equal to or behind the rubber. And you can see there is Braden Barone starts with his left foot in front of the rubber. is that would be an illegal windup in CIAC rules.
One of the couple of differences between American Legion and the CIAC rules is 0-2 now to Luke Fox. The right fielder was 0 for 2 with a walk yesterday. In his 3 at-bats in their loss to Tri-County, that's 1-2. And we'll see Tri-County later today. That should be a whale of a matchup. We'll see if RCP can
pitching left.
their pitching is down to their last couple of guys, so it will be very interesting. Could end up seeing a blowout. This one flied, and it's just missed over there. Salio nearly grabbed it in foul territory.
Yep, made a nice attempt.
A little bit of a tough play to make, but you know what? He was able to glove it, and that's what matters.
Yep. Luke Fox down there. Luke is on his way to a graduate year at Loomis Chaffee Prep School. Luke, an all-state player from Northwest Catholic High, big-time pitcher, pitched and was the victor as a freshman in the state title game against Morgan of Clinton.
As we said yesterday, the state title game as a freshman, such big expectations now coming in to his sophomore year he'll be playing in. Yep,
and he has a brother named Brendan who plays at Bates College.
Cracked down the ground is short. Coleman's been seeing a lot of action over there. Fires across the diamond. It was a bang-bang play, but Coleman able to get the throw in before him. So no runs, no hits. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and they will leave nobody on base. West Hartford 0, Ellington coming to bat. Back in a moment here on the American Legion Broadcast Network and SportingNewsCT.com.
All right, this is Adam. Take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life.
Welcome back to SportingNewsCT.com and Muzzy Field. Aiden Blank alongside Steve Riley. And Steve, it is going to be a fun matchup if that first inning told us anything.
Yep, a little bit more action happening as West Hartford gets their first hit. As I said, they only had 2 in the last game. Nice to see them start to put the bat on the ball hard anyways. They're putting it in play. Matt Beazaglu on the mound now for West Hartford. I like those shirts, though. They got a little bit of stars on the right. It's like the baby blue, white numbers, white hats.
West Hartford in their road blues as opposed to their home reds that we saw yesterday. They are with white pants, white hats with a lighter blue brim, a navy blue on the fill for their uniforms. They've got stars as a trim. They are white stars.
Yeah, and then it's red WH.
Yes, and they have tried to make out, I guess it says West Hartford in script across the front of their uniforms as well as the number, and they look very patriotic. It's red, white, and blue with red trim. First pitch of the inning is a strike to Chase Kidd, the center fielder who leads off, and it's 0-1.
Chase was 1 for 3 in that game today. Well, actually, the finish this morning. And he was out at the plate on that great 9-3-2 relay.
Nice. Second pitch in there, and it's 0-2. So, second time this inning that the leadoff batter has got himself into an 0-2 hole. Last time, Colby Little got a base hit to start the game off. Kidd will crack this one foul a little out in front of it, actually well out in front of it. We'll do it again at 0-2.
Yeah, nice fielding play by the Ellington coach down there at third base. Ellington is coached by Heath Kidd, Kenny Young, and Anthony Barone. assume he's the dad of the pitcher.
Fourth pitch of the at-bat, it's an 0-2 and it's cracked foul, so we'll do a fifth pitch. That one nearly gloved, and you see the Ellington players doing all they can to pitch in and grab that ball for him. So saw the catcher for Ellington, excuse me, yes, the catcher for West Hartford. Oh no, the substitute catcher for Ellington fell over the fence trying to get the ball. I almost said catcher, but then I realized that it was the backup catcher. Pitch on the way. It's a curveball, just misses 1 and 2. He's been able to fend off striking out for a couple of pitches now. We'll see.
Pitch call coming in from the bench to the West Hartford catcher.
Fouled off, and that is on to Muzzy Street. Not sure where that landed. Looks like it went
in the net.
Yeah, went over one of the trees or maybe into the net. So we'll do it one more time at 1 and 2. 3 foul balls, 2 pitches for a strike, and 1 for a ball. So it'll be the 7th pitch of the at-bat. 6 have been thrown already from Beasley.
3 umpires for today's game. 1 at first, 1 behind the dish, and 1 down to third base. They'll have 4 when it gets to the championship.
2 is popped in the air. This one is going to be gloved over its short by Renker, rather. And that is the first out of the inning. So the kid able to get himself a little bit of leeway, but eventually he is retired for the first out of the inning.
But by fighting off foul balls, he increases the pitch count.
Right, and as we know in American Legion, I mean, much like Little League and some of the other youth baseball organizations that require a pitch count, they do. It is always very interesting to watch these managers deal with pitch counts. I mean, in the terms of Little League, when you're playing back-to-back days, you really. It's a game in itself. It's a game in itself.
If I'm not mistaken, I think there was a game where they actually had just 6 pitchers. So they figured each one got an inning, make it easy.
1-1, cracked down the ground, foul, 1-2.
That was like Taiwan or something. They had like a pitcher for every inning, so we figured they didn't have to worry about it. They all pitch.
Those Asian teams like Japan and South Korea that always go to the Little League World Series, they always seem to bring enough pitchers to last a month. 1-2 is in the dirt, and it's 2-2.
Dakota Aldrich is the plate now. He's 1 for 2 yesterday. I mean, well, in the game earlier today, he had an RBI and a walk.
Winner moves on. The loser is eliminated. The winner will play tomorrow night at 6:30. That one just misses, so a payoff pitch is looming. Slow start offensively for West Hartford. They were retired 1-2-3 in the top of the first.
Okay, so he's down at first.
And that will be a walk. So they will put him on first base.
We'll see if they run him. See if the team's
it'd be very interesting
today. This game. Yeah, it's kind of interesting the fact that West Hartford normally has red shirts and now Ellington has red shirts.
Well,
yeah,
it's better than having it red on red. Which would make it all that more confusing. Oh, misses 1-0.
You see the team in red and think they're West Hartford.
Yeah, exactly. Here is Stefan Lesko. He is the second baseman, number 2 on his back.
He's 0 for 2 with a stolen base. He was hit by a pitch in the last game.
Sure. 2-0 the count to him.
I haven't seen a team yet try to hit and run in this tournament. That
well,
might have been a hit
other than, yes, last game we did see a hit and run with 2 outs. This one cracked on the ground. It's a high roller across the diamond. An off-balance throw gets by the first baseman, Celio. First and third is where the runners will lie. And how about that?
They're scoring that one an error on the shortstop. So now the middle infielders see if they'll play them.
It was a tough play for Renker to make.
Kevin Smith now stepping up to the plate and called Kevin struck out 3 times. Now he has a chance to redeem
Golden
himself.
sombrero. Well,
4.
yes,
right?
sorry, 4, but
Almost.
the triple sombrero. Although that would end up being 12. That's ball 1.
Runner goes and defensive inhibition. So they just scored at a stolen base.
So they will give the stolen base to Lesko. Now the 1-0 from Beasley is fouled into the stands, or into the netting that protects the stands, and it's 1-1. Bottom of the first and out with runners off second and third. Still no scoring in this opening, in this elimination game. Second game for both these teams, West Hartford and Ellington, here from Muzzy Field in Bristol. Thanks for joining us here on SportingNewsCT.com. Ada Blank and Steve Riley.
I think the home plate umpire was just signaling it's 1 and 2, not the scoreboard. It's 0 and 2, I believe.
Okay.
So I just saw his fingers.
There was an extra strike in there, may have slipped by.
Yeah.
1-2 the count with runners off second and third, 2 in scoring position for Smith. Smith will foul it off, so we'll do it one more time at 1-2. Smith, the third baseman. As we said, 3 strikeouts in the previous games. Number 16 on his back with a chance to get off to a good start with 2 RBIs, two RBIs to begin this game. 1-2. Curveball that really hung out there. This one dropping fast in left field. It's a fair ball. It was a little overplayed. We're going to see a play at the plate, and he is safe at the plate. Oh, what a play. And just like that, Ellington, the bats have awoken. They're going to call it an error as it was overplayed out in left by Colby Lytle, and it's 2-0 West, 2-0 Ellington.
Yeah, that ball went sliced down the left field line, just was inside fair, and the left fielder misplayed it, allowing the second run to score. So they're going to call that one an E7, second error of the inning by Ellington. Just like that. West Hartford, rather Ellington, rather up 2-0 right away.
Well, not the conventional way to do it, but they are able to get, he is able to get 2 RBIs, so, and that's always crucial. 0-1 the count is 0-1 the count to Brady Coleman. That's always crucial after a game where you have 3 strikeouts. Always crucial to get off to a good start in your next one.
If he had fielded it cleanly, he might have had a shot at the first one. The
Yeah.
first guy was tagging up.
Well, I mean, I think that he was out at the plate.
Well, the second guy was out.
Yeah, the second guy I think
Could've been
was definitely out at the plate, but
Might have held
pitch,
him if he had.
curveball.
They might have held that second runner.
Right.
The guy didn't bobble it. Or they let go by
But it did seem like it was a very questionable decision over at third base. That they decided they were just going to send him. I believe that was Lesko that scored and nearly got thrown out. This one hammered back, still 0-2. He didn't seem to even look at his third base coach. He seemed to know that he was just running no matter what. Of course, he could have been listening, but still, I mean, there was no doubt, is what I'm trying to say, that
his mind
he was scoring that run. Here's the pitch. Curveball, hammered on the ground to second base, fielded by Carter. That's out number 2. So 2 down here in the bottom of the first inning, but the damage, Steve, has already been done.
West Hartford finally gets on the, Ellington gets more runs than they got in the last game. Right here in the first.
Sure. So that will bring up the number 6 hitter, Sam Coravino, the DH. Or Colvo.
Maybe it's
Yeah, 0-1. He is the first DH that we see in this tournament. Every other game, every other team has decided to hit the pitcher, including Ellington, in their game that started last night and ended up finishing this morning. 1-1 the count. Bottom of the first and 2 outs with a man off third.
Well, look at his size, Corvo. He looks like if he does hit it, it's going to go.
He does look very tense, though, with the plate. He looks like somebody that, if you throw it fast enough, he won't be able to hit it. He looks like he might break the bat just from gripping it. 2-1. Corvo will take a strike. 2-2. Call him the Big Poppy of sorts for this Ellington team.
Big young man. I'd like to be running behind him if I was playing football in high school.
Can't do much, but he can hit. This one on the ground, too short. Scooped up, and they'll go across the diamond. Nice play by Brian Rucker to get him out of the inning without giving up that 3rd run. But the damage has been done. Steve, you got a line score for that inning?
Yep, 2 runs on 1 hit, 2 errors, and 1 runner left on base.
So there you hear it, 2 runs, a couple of hits, and we're going to the top of the 2nd inning. We'll be back in a little bit right here on SportingNewsCT.com.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
A gorgeous day here at Muzzy Field in Bristol. Ada Blank, Steve Riley, a pleasure to bring you in. West Hartford and Ellington, top of the 2nd inning. The first pitch is a strike. 0-1 to the first West Hartford batter, and he is Josilia. West Hartford gives up 2 in their half of the first. They trail it 2-0. Ellington's bats really awoke, something we haven't seen from them at all this tournament.
Yep. In that other game over at Setterfield is Naugatuck and Oakville playing, and there's no score over there, but Naugatuck and Oakville both in Zone 5. Oakville was the winner. Naugatuck was the number 2 team in that zone. So Zone 5 tussle over there.
2. Oh, looks like it is now 1-2.
Celio was over 2 in the first game yesterday.
2-2 rather. 2-2 the count, as we are all evened up with the first baseman Celio. Upstairs. Thank you for listening here on Sporting News CT and watching here on SportingNewsCT.com. We continue to provide live video and audio for every super regional game in the state of Connecticut. Don Boyle has the games over at Seppa Field in Meriden. So that's the first strikeout of the inning. And we will continue to have the games here at Muzzy Field. So join us. We'll have one more game today. We'll then have a couple of games tomorrow. Or one, rather. We'll have one tomorrow and one Tuesday, and if necessary, one on Wednesday. Or one the count. Rather 1-0, and that one right at the shortstop. What a play by Brady Coleman.
Lined it right out.
So 2 down in the inning. Nice start for West Hartford, or for Ellington, I should say.
Yeah, Langan was the 2-spot hitter and came 1.
First pitch to him is strike, 0-1.
Got on base twice, 2 walks. Shifted it back around to 6.
Here's the 0-1. bunt and a beauty. He might beat this out. Over to first it goes. It is going to draw the first baseman, Celio, off the bag, or rather, that is the first baseman, Ryan Decker. So Decker is drawn off the bag. And just like that, you put a guy on first base. So anytime you can get runners on base in this tournament, it seems to be always a chance to threaten. Want to know the count now.
See if they scored that in error or scored a base hit.
Okay. I think he could have gone either way. I mean, he did beat it out. The question was if the first baseman had been on the bag, would he have beaten it out?
Or did the throw? Sort of like it's ordinary effort. If the play can be made by ordinary effort, then they can give it a usually if not, he's going to try to pick him off again.
Pitchers in this game have been very paranoid with those runners, especially at first base. Runner goes, and he has the right to be paranoid, but not when you got a catcher with that kind of arm. Aaron Young says no, sir, and we head to the bottom of the second inning. So let's see, was there a hit in that inning? No runs, one hit, no errors, and a man left. Oh, actually, yeah, no errors. And they will strand nobody on base. We go to the bottom of the second. We're back in just a bit here on SportingNewsCT.com.
Dave, what?
All right, this is Adam. Take two. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life.
Welcome back to Muzzy Field. David Blank alongside Steve Riley, and we are set to go for the bottom of the second inning. As back out comes Matt Beasley.
New pitcher.
Oh, excuse me. They're going to try and save Beasley.
Saving for the promise.
Should they? Yeah. Should they move on?
Yeah. Griffin Van Rott.
We're being told by the state commissioner, save him for fall ball.
Yeah. I know. It's like, what are you going to save him for? Especially in an elimination game.
Should they win?
Yeah. Should they win?
Should they win?
Yeah.
He might have thrown 30 pitches in that last inning because they did score 2 runs off him. We'll have to look for the official count, but he might have thrown 30 pitches. So in that case,
well, State Commissioner Dave Greenleaf, I can see him putting the fingers all over the place in that. And the scoreboard will tell us. 30, right on the nose.
30 on the nose, which means he is done.
Yeah, he's done, right, Dave? He can't.
Okay.
Because he's 30. That's the max, right? Yeah. So he's not.
Okay.
Done.
So should West Hartford win, he could.
Again tomorrow.
Yes, Beasley could pitch tomorrow against the loser of this 4 o'clock game between Tri-County and RCP. So it's possible.
Yeah, it's certainly possible.
Not the way that West Hartford, if West Hartford can get their defensive act together, then it won't be possible, but it's possible. Moving to the bottom of the second inning. As Van Rye will take the mound for his first inning of work, and he'll face Ryan Decker, Adam Muzzy, and Chase Kidd. The 8, 9, and top of the order. Yes, that is right. You saw the arrow. So it is actually 7, 8, 9. Young, Decker, and Muzzy.
Run for 3 in the game's finishing.
And Young was the one that gunned out that, had that perfect throw down to second base to gun out the runner to end that last inning. Catching the balls and strikes today, and the first pitch to him. Upstairs, ball 1. That was high heat, if I've ever seen it. Here's a 1-0 pitch. Down low, 2-0.
And Griffin Van Rye is a rising senior at Hall High School. He pitched for Post 96 this year with a 2.78 ERA.
Upstairs, so now he's well behind in the count. 3-0 is Van Rye. Not doing so hot in his first couple of pitches.
He's also named the top prospect at a certain showcase in Portland.
Here's the 3-0 down the middle for strike 1.
Come on. The guys usually quote his showcases, and they're always trying to get the radar guns on him. Everybody's concerned about speed.
That's it.
Yep. That went down the middle, so he throws 3 straight balls and then comes back with 2 straight strikes. And now the question is, can Van Rye come all the way back and seal the deal here against Aaron Young? Popped in the air, foul, and that's going on to Muzzy Street. Maybe on top of the roof.
Nope,
oh,
that
nope.
got Muzzy Street.
It went on to Muzzy Street.
Went down a side street, rolling all the way down.
That one rolled quite a bit. So
many
payoff pitch on its way to Young.
There's another one, probably off the netting or in the parking lot. Many years ago, they used to have young kids outside stadiums. And they
right.
give them a quarter.
Yeah.
I remember they used to, American Legion used to do that in Shelton, Connecticut, until they finally realized it was too dangerous. Kids running out the roads.
Exactly. You bring your glove. 3-2 is lifted high and deep into right field. That's going to the fence. Fielded on the warning track, and it will be thrown in, but Luke Fox just let it go right by him. Unable to grab it. A third run is in place for Ellington with nobody out here in the bottom of the second inning.
So scored that one double for Aaron Young. Second hit.
So with that, steps in Ryan Decker.
Decker was 0 for 3 in that first game, 2 strikeouts. So he'll try to redeem himself here.
Lots of these West Hartford players and Ellington players did not do so hot offensively. First pitch to ball 1. He's got kind of an odd little stance. He is trying to lean into it. You can see he tries to lean into the pitch. So very interesting batting stance. That one in there for a called strike 1-1.
Yeah, Griffin Van Rye, an over-the-top more pitcher.
Sure.
He's not really a 3/4 guy. He's over the top. He throws hard. Sometimes that's not very scary to right-handed batters.
1-1 count, all evened up with nobody out here in the bottom of the second inning. And it's 2-1 now. So he's falling behind, and not something you want to do with a man in scoring position that close to home plate.
And you never know. Just bunt them both down.
2-1 pitch, looks back the runner at second, kicks, fires. This one is fouled off and on to Muzzy Street. That ball could have gone off a house. Go to 2-2.
Yeah, that was under roof.
Okay.
Yeah, I could see.
Roof may have caught a little bit of that one.
I could see one of the baseball guys in the American Legion, Chuck Berry, walking down the street looking for those baseballs.
Get a pretty good workout.
Get that Fitbit going.
2-2 is grounded. It kind of dies out there. He may beat this out. He is gonna. Brian Renker just decided to kind of eat it out at shortstop, and now it's going to be, let's see, this is the number 9 hitter, Adam Muzzy. So now it's first and second. They call him Musy on the PA, so we probably should.
I think it's M-U-Z-S-I.
Okay, so it's Busey. Well, regardless, the first pitch is bunted way over the roof.
Yeah, that time he didn't. He was trying to run a little bit instead of sacrifice bunting. You want to stay in until you get it down in.
Yeah, well, I mean, you kind of see that. That just shows you how fast Van Ryn is pitching. That ball just kind of skipped right off the bat and went all the way over. I don't think I've ever seen that happen, especially in these past few games. 0-1 pitch on its way to Busey. They will check him back at second, and oh, it was perfectly executed. The delayed steal is gonna put, yeah, wow, that was incredible.
Well, the interesting part there was they actually had the second baseman covering on the spin move, and you know, you almost, Timmy Cotter, as he ran over there from West Hartford, you almost could have called that one the ball because you got to throw the base, not the fielder. So
I was looking to check the. Looking to check a quick stat. All of a sudden, I see Van Ryn turn around and throw to second base.
Second baseman. So.
Runner goes. That's a ball. They will not throw down to second. That's actually going to be. Yes, that is a ball. So it's 1-1 now with runners on first, with second and third. So that just shows you this Ellington team. They got a scare in game number 1, thinking it was going to be a walk in the park. Well, clearly they realize now clearly it's not, and they come in and they're not going to risk being eliminated and having their season end 2-1 the count. It'd be very interesting to see if the winner of this game can make a run and win their next game tomorrow and maybe make the championship. And obviously their pitching would be nobody left. This one rocked to center field. It's going to be a sac fly. Caught out by Maine for the out, but homecoming is Young, and just like that, Decker will move to third, and it's 3-0 Ellington.
Yep, that ball certainly was hit deep enough to score that runner rather easily, as Aaron Young almost tried home. Well, you know, Ellington is the #1 seed in the North Regional for a reason. So the bats are starting to come alive as we're going much harder.
So 3-0 Ellington, the #1 seed, and that's what I was kind of getting at with. I mean, if Ellington, if anybody could come back from losing their first game in this tournament, it would be Ellington, the #1 seed. They definitely have the pitching, so it wouldn't be impossible.
Yep, their regular season record was 16-5. During the regular season, they scored 125 runs and only gave us 7.
There's a number for you. 125 runs. One other team in the state could do that, other than maybe a Stanford or a team like that. 1-0 pitch is on its way to the leadoff batter, Chase Kidd. Fouls it back. 1-1.
Yeah, on the flip side, West Hartford is only 84 runs in the regular season. 21 games, same amount of games.
Yeah.
So did score a lot of runs.
1-1 the count, as the umpire, home plate umpire, will dust off the plate.
No runs, 2 hits, 2 errors for West Hartford here so far. 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors for Ellington.
Comes to set. It's back the runner at second, kicks, fires. 1-2. It's very easy to steal off of Van Ryn. He has a little bit of a exaggerated motion from the stretch. He loves to kick very, very high. Comes to set once more. Kicks, fires. That's a little chopper. That's going to move the runner over to third. That's out number 2. So 2 down here in the inning.
Dakota Aldrich was 1 for 2 with an RBI in the last game. Walked and scored a run here.
See what Aldrich can do. He is batting in the #2 spot, the left fielder, defensively for Ellington. In the dirt, ball 1.
Still no wind to speak of here at Muzzins Field. American flag proudly draping straight down.
Aldridge will swing and miss at the 1-0 pitch, 1-1. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Swing and miss, 1-2.
Fastball right in the eyes. One thing I am wondering about is every time the catcher throws it back to the pitcher, not a single infielder. Neither the shortstop or the second baseman comes behind the pitcher.
They're very confident. Here's a 1-2. Rocked to the air, but foul down the first base line and out of play. So we'll do it once more, 1-2. Still runs to be scored for Ellington, a man on third. It is Decker. Pitch. Cracked on the ground, but grabbed at the pitcher's mound by Van Rye. He'll fire over to first, and again, the damage is limited, but they cannot keep letting these big runs be scored here from Ellington. Ellington continues to dominate. We will be back in a moment for the top of the third inning. We're back in just a bit here on SportingNewsCT.com.
All right, this is Adam. Take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life. National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part. Get set for life.
All right, this is Adam. Take 2. Mark?
I guess.
Welcome back to Muzzin Field. Thanks, Steve Riley. A pleasure to bring you in on this gorgeous Sunday afternoon. The week begins tomorrow, and Steve, we can't wait for some great baseball that's going to continue today all the way up until our 4 p.m. game with RCP and Tri-County, and then we'll continue tomorrow with another elimination game and finish on Tuesday and Wednesday with the championships.
Well, in this game, you know, West Hartford started off this game strong with that first base hit, leadoff batter, then gets picked off. It seems that's the story of the game so far for West Hartford.
1-0 the count to the leadoff batter, and that's ball 1, 2-0. Ball 2, rather, 2-0. This is Paul Wilson getting his first at bat of the day, the designated hitter for West Hartford. In for a strike, 2-1.
Ball's headed to UConn. Usually a reserve outfielder, had 2 hits in the game at Tri-County on June 16th, had a bases loaded single versus RCP on June 10th.
2-1, grounded up the middle. Nice play at shortstop. Over the top, he goes to first, and that first out of the inning.
And Paul also has a brother, Jack, who's in the Air Force.
Okay.
Kudos to his family.
Lots of service on this field right now.
American Legion baseball. Really, I think this is the best.
Yeah. Here's Brian Renker.
Renker was 0 for 2 with a walk.
First pitch to him is a strike, 0-1.
Go, Brian! Come on, Brian! Go, Brian!
0-1 on its way to Renker. Kicks, fires. And that's a ball. So 1-1 is the count. Again, the winner of this game will play the loser. Will play tomorrow night at 6:30 in an elimination game against the loser of the next game between Tri-County and RCP. The loser of this game is done. Their season is over. They will go to fall ball. This one rocked down into left field, but it's going to be caught out by, oh no, it's dropped by Dakota Aldrich.
That was a tough play.
Thought he had it, and now he didn't, and then what seemed to be 2 outs is now a man in scoring position, possibly the first run of the day for West Hartford.
Yeah, it was a great recovery on the play.
Call it an error, right? I mean, he had all the opportunity in the world to catch that ball, had it in his glove, and then didn't.
Yeah, but he did make a good run at it when he turned his shoulder and he was tearing after that ball over his head, but then right in the glove and out of the glove. So,
so here's Max. Here's Max Main.
It's their third.
First pitch to him. Ball 1.
First error of the game, rather, for Ellington.
We got Max.
First error on either side, if I'm correct. No, 2 errors. 2 errors for West Hartford. Their box score thus far: no runs, 2 hits, 2 errors. Ellington's got 3 runs, 3 hits, and 1 error. This has been the most offensive game by far on either side.
Well, let's see if that can spark West Hartford in some way.
And hopefully we'll see. We've seen nothing but pitchers duels so far. Get ready to see a whole lot of offense now that all these teams have used their best pitching. Get ready to see a whole lot of offense coming up soon. That one in for a strike. They faked the throw back to second, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, there was a fake bunt that time by the batter. Well, West Hartford has yet to score in this tournament. They finally have another runner in scoring position.
Got shut out yesterday by Tri-County 1-0. Cracked in the air, foul. Got a couple of hits there too. That one kind of sounded like the bat was broken.
Yeah, no.
A little bit of a hollow sound to it.
That ball rolls down Pleasant Street and goes down the side street.
Here's a 1-2. This is outside, and we're evened up again at 2-2.
Max Main. Last year's tournament, he was made the all-tournament team. He's trying to excel here today.
In the air, this one is going onto the roof. Oh, maybe. Okay, so it was into the bleachers.
Went to the right, or actually to the left when you're facing it. If you're in the field facing off the netting, so they didn't hit the net right into that. Into the stand.
Looked like it was going onto the roof.
Yeah.
But here comes Max Main, the center fielder, 0 for 3 the other day. You see a lot of those. You see a lot of those 0 for 3, 0 for 4 kind of days. It was that kind of day for West Hartford. Cracked on the ground, fielded at third, looked at the runner back at second, fires across the diamond. And a nice play by Kevin Smith for second out of the inning.
Yeah, no chances. Brian Ranker wisely held his ground at second base.
So 2 down with 1 on here in the top of the third.
Colby Lido got a single his last time up.
West Hartford trying to avoid another inning where they just couldn't, where they had their man in scoring position and just couldn't deal with it. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, ball 1.
Yeah, I don't think West Hartford has had more than, they haven't had even 2 hits in a row.
Unbelievable.
Last game.
One was in the dirt, so now 2-0.
The last game, they only have 1 hit by Timmy Cotter and the other by Colby Lido. They haven't been able to put those base hits together.
Yep. Very little offense. The 2-0. Rocked in the air. This is going to stay in foul territory, and it's caught over by the first baseman, Ryan Decker, and that is the final out of the inning. So let's see, how many hits?
No runs, 1 hit. I'm sorry, no hits, 1 error, and 1 run. West Hartford is the first run.
Going to the bottom of the third. We're back in a bit here on SportingNewsCT.com.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
8 and blank, Steve Riley back at Muzzy Field in Bristol CT. West Hartford and Ellington, 3-0, Ellington on top. Bottom of the third inning with nobody out as we get ready to start the bottom of the third inning. And we remind you that you can watch Super Regional action all weekend long into the week. Those of you that are joining us, you can watch the games tomorrow at 6:30. You can watch Tuesday at 6:30. And should the losers bracket champion come out and win on Tuesday, you can watch Wednesday at 6:30. So potentially, Steve, 3 more games.
Yeah. In either site, you can watch it.
Of course, Don Boyle is getting those games on the air from Meriden and Seppa Field, which is where the state championship series will be played. Here's the 0-1. It's a curveball, just missed 1-1.
Stefan Lesko, who scored a run in the first inning, got on an arrow. Steps in. He's now 0 for 3, hit by a pitch.
1-1. Curveball in for a strike, 1-2. That seemed like the same pitch that was just thrown. Just a different outcome. So 1-2 the count to the second baseman Lesko. 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch. Yes, in his previous game and into this morning. 2-2 the count.
Still 0-0 over there at Seppa Field. They're into the 5th inning already.
And that's an elimination game too, right?
Between Oakville and Naugatuck.
1-2 upstairs, 2-2 rather upstairs is now full. So full count drawn from Stefan Lesko. Ellington has scored in both their at-bats so far. 2 in the first, 1 in the second. Stranding runners both times. That one fouled off, and we'll do it again at 3-2.
More fans start to filter into the field. Some of the people from RCP elected to watch some of this game.
Not good.
Instead of just come back and watch.
Yeah, I mean, they've been here. They'll be here till late at night. Fly ball center field. It's going to be caught for the first out of the inning. And so West Hartford able to start off well, except for the pitch count. That may be going up dramatically.
Kevin Smith steps in. He got a base hit his last time. Get off the Schneid.
And the dirt ball 1.
Facing Griffin Van Rye for the first time.
The one thing that we haven't seen at this regional much of is media. Other than us and the public address announcer and your scorer, you haven't seen much media, although they could be down in the stands, the writers. That one caught for the second out of the inning.
Or they could be just simply waiting for the championship series.
They'll be here for the championship series. Yeah. I know Scott Erickson, who is the great American Legion writer from the Stamford Advocate, is over at Seppa Field for that regional, so he'll be there for a little bit, maybe come down to Muzzy for a night or two. 0-1 the count.
To Brady Coleman, who was 1 for 3 in the last game, grounded out the second, so he's 1 for 4 on the tournament so far.
And here is the pitch. For a strike. 0-2.
Good.
American Legion fall select. So it looks like he plays baseball all year round. Fall, spring, summer.
Yep. Fouled off 0-2. Obviously, fall ball is a little more laid back, and you don't get as many teams with fall ball teams, but still fun. Nonetheless, it's not you're not going to the regionals like you are in summer ball.
In some fall ball leagues, there's more like an unwritten rule.
Yeah.
You know, give a hard time to umpires.
Yeah.
We're doing fall ball.
0-2 is the count.
It's a good place for pitchers to
Yeah. It's a practice. Yeah, it's a scrimmage, and you always get a good chance to showcase your talent. A lot of college coaches show out for fall ball too. How about that? The punch out. And for the first time in this game, Ellington goes down 1-2-3. No runs, no hits, no errors. They strand no men on base. Headed to the 4th inning. Moving along pretty quickly here on SportingNewsCT.com.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
Back at Muzzy Field, Hayden Blank alongside Steve Riley. And Steve, it's been a pretty exciting one so far. Ellington doing most of the offensive work, but as we go to the top of the 4th, we still are having fun.
Yeah, well, they've been able to put the ball in play.
Right.
You know, they've only had 1 strikeout in the 3 innings, and they've made West Hartford make some pressure plays.
Yeah, and that's the important part. I mean, everybody's having fun out there. This is a pressurized game, though. This is not regular season where you go out and you have the hot dog and you fool around. But I mean, this is big boy baseball. Pitch. First of the inning is a strike, 0-1.
Sammy Corvo, the designated hitter, grounded out to short.
0-1 to Corvo. It's a curveball. That was his pitch. 0-2. Let the curveball pass him by.
Sammy Corvo's nickname is Moose.
I wonder where he got that from. The 0-2 is now 1-2.
2018 Summers High School graduate, so Moose.
Okay.
Try to get his team going.
Love to know where you got that from. 1-2 the count.
That's Drew Hungerford. I knew I saw that face somewhere.
Okay.
I'm flipping the scorebook over now, but the Moose will be up.
Pitch is strike 3 to Hungerford. He is done. So the first out of the inning is a strikeout.
Lou Fox really is a really good hitter.
Yep.
He batted 3rd, I believe, for Northwest Catholic in the high school season. He's not just a pitcher. This kid can hit. I'm just surprised he hasn't gotten off the slide so far. It's bad.
0 for 2 with a walk the other day. That's strike 1.
96th pitcher of the year.
Okay. Pitch. That's a bunt. It was a drag one. He really ran that one out like it was a real bunt, but it's 0-2.
Yeah, he's really trying to get on base somehow, some way to get a spark going. Sometimes that's all you need. Little bunt single. Maybe the pitcher grabs it, throws it down the right field line, it affects him. You never know.
Yeah. 0-2 the count. To Luke Fox. Crack it in the air.
Just goes out of play.
Yeah, just near the bullpen / picnic area. Bristol Blues using that more than American Legion, but still. It's a gorgeous ballpark, a very vintage-looking Muzzy field today. Especially with the afternoon games. The night games too, but it looks so vintage. It looks almost like the field up in Cooperstown, Doubleday Field, when it's in the afternoon. This one falling very quickly in right center, lies out, but he can't make the play. I would call that a base hit, would you?
Absolutely. It's West Hartford's third base hit of the game.
So a base hit will put a runner on second base with one out in the top of the 4th inning.
Trailing by 3, they're not like trying to gamble.
Right.
Gamble by running, trying to steal. Celio is actually a pretty good hitter. He's the number 4 hitter.
He looks like a cleanup hitter too. He looks like somebody that if you throw him a changeup, he might take it all the way, not out to Muzzy Street, but all the way in the exact opposite direction of Muzzy Street.
You know, when you were talking about Muzzy Field and historical Muzzy Field, I was just thinking about it, just came to me. It was that manager who used to always watch Butch Hobson, who used to for many years. Down in that third base dugout, he was a fire, that's for sure.
Some motorcycle, it sounded like, roars by. The first pitch to him is ball 1.
Braden Barone trying to pick off his second runner of the day.
Yeah, exactly.
Fox gets back. Trailing by 3, you would think he'd not have a lead that would invite a pickoff.
There's a 1-0 pitch.
I just don't understand why a guy gets a 1-0 pitch right down Broadway.
1-1. Check swing, and it's 1-2. So works himself into a 1-2 count.
Kick it to him, Joe. Here we go. Come on, Joe. Put that.
Just missed it.
Yeah, that was close.
When I say just missed, that was 2-2. Just missed.
Well, I still got to believe that this Trinity College player has to bust out sooner or later.
Yeah. Almost all of them do. Here's the 2-2 on its way. Cracked in the air. He really got all of that ball. It is high, and it is caught out in right center. Had an opportunity to catch him to catch the runner at first base, but no. So now with 2 down.
Well, that shows you the speed of Chase Pitt out there. He covered a lot of ground out in center field. He really ran that one down.
Oh, yeah.
You know, in any other ballpark, that's probably a home run, but not in a big Muzzy Field.
Nope. Muzzy Field, one of the larger fields in Connecticut, they're going to call him a balk and send him to second base. How about that?
And he's wondering what he was doing wrong. Yeah, what he's been doing wrong the whole game.
Exactly.
Yeah, with that crazy movement. Now out comes the manager of Ellington to ask him what he's been doing wrong. He's probably talking about that hybrid situation where, you know, you're when you pitch like that with the front foot in front, hybrid back to the stretch.
Yep.
Once you come set, you gotta throw. So he's saying basically he's moving that arm after each set, and that's it. Looks like he was waving, saying he was moving his right arm after he came set.
Face it. Let's go, baby. Face it.
Well, nice to see the head coach from down there explaining it to his assistants. Let's see if that bothers him. Sometimes that bothers him.
It can really get to you. Messes up your whole rhythm that you got going. 0-1 the count.
Start thinking about it. Start thinking about what you did wrong.
Now the 0-1 pitch.
Yeah, it looks like he stops his foot. His hands keep moving. And he's kind of funky looking stretch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Comes to set. Puts back the runner at second. Once, twice, a couple of times. Cracked on the ground to third. A little bit overplayed. Looks him back. Now the throw is Aaron at first base. And just like that, West Hartford is going to score their first run on an E5. Homecoming is Luke Fox. Tim Cotter claps his hands at second base. And it's 3-1 Ellington.
But what happened that time, there was a ground ball. The third baseman saw Luke Fox standing in front of him. And he then debated in his mind whether to just try to get him in a rundown or throw to first. By the time he recocked to throw to first, he just threw it.
Yeah, exactly. A little too much of the mind game there. The first pitch to the next batter is a strike. 0-1. This is Joe Syria. No, this is Sean Langan.
Got a single his last time.
He's rebounded from yesterday, as a lot of the West Hartford kids have. Ground ball, second base, shortstop rather. It's going to be played over at first, and that is the third out of the inning. But not before West Hartford has done something they haven't been able to do all tournament long. They finally get what they need, and they get a run. It's 3-1. Ellington on top, back for the bottom of the fourth in just a minute.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
Bottom of the fourth inning, an elimination game. And the first pitch is a ball here at Muzzy Field in Bristol. Nathan Blank and Steve Riley with you on the call today on SportingNewsCT.com. Thanks for making us part of your Sunday slate. You know, it's a busy one. That one fouled off on the roof. Did it trickle on the Muzzy? No, it did not.
Stuck up there somewhere. Sammy Corvo, the Moose, is up in the third.
Well, you promised he'd be coming up, and here he is.
He is.
Pitch. Cracked on the ground into left field. That's a base hit. So Gorovo puts himself on base. How about that? The Moose. He's 0 for 1 of the day, so now he's 1 for 2.
Trying to work his way into the lineup. Chopin. Like it.
He did not hit yesterday in that game, in that opening round game for West Hartford, but now he's got 2 good at-bats here. Maybe put him in should they move on.
Aaron Young, who got that double his last time up.
We'll pop this one foul above our heads and on to, yeah, that's going to the parking lot. 0-1 the count.
Double, run scored, and stolen base. Barely got it to third.
Here's the 0-1. Cracked on the ground. This takes a weird hop off the mound. Flips to second, 1 to first. Is not in time, so they'll put Young on first base. But, excuse me, still 1 out. And they will put him on first base.
Ryan Decker steps up to the plate here. 1-4, he got an infield single and stolen base his last time up.
Decker will try and keep this Ellington team in it. Pitch. 1-0-1 the count.
Well, they want to try to get that run back. Just gave up on it.
Yeah, that is true. West Hartford's going their first of the tournament. Pitch. For strike 2. Both these teams champions of their regional bracket, which was the same format as this. 4 teams. You play the game at the higher seed. West Hartford and Ellington both winning. Pitch. Upstairs to 1-2.
This is the first time that they've ever had a final 8. I think they had 7 out of 8 zones.
Fly ball, center field, has some carry on it. It's going to fall into right center, but fall right into the glove of Max Main. So 2 outs. Still a man on first base.
Adam Muzzy coming up to the plate now. Had the sacrifice fly. RBI in the second inning. Run last inning.
Here's a pitch. Steps for a ball, 1 out.
Well, Matt Beasley started this game. He only lasted 1 inning. They elected to take him out after he gave up 2 runs. Brought in Van Rye.
It's late.
Give me your foul, 2-0.
He's up on the netting. Down.
Your way.
Stuck there.
Seriously, $20.
2-0 on its way to Beasley. Started this game for Ellington. They'll check him first.
Then you can order food or narrow it out and you meet fun friends that help you.
The football scoreboard that is on the opposite side of the field as to the baseball scoreboard is inoperable at this point. Not sure when the last time they operated that was. 3-0.
Adam Muzzy keep this little rally going.
3-0 in the dirt, and he's on first base. Oh, that is ball 3. Okay. Okay.
They're going to be sleeping 5 people.
Cracked in the air, and this is on the ground to second base. They get him at first. That certainly didn't look like an out, but that will be the call, and we go to the top of the 5th. We're back a little here at SportingNewsCT.com.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
Aiden Blank and Steve Riley back from Muzzy Field. Thanks for joining us on this Sunday afternoon. A gorgeous one at that, Steve. A lot different than what we saw yesterday.
What a difference 12 hours. New England weather. Stick around long enough and it'll change. That's why we have certain seasons for baseball.
Right. Otherwise, we'd be playing it year-round, like California, Texas, some of those other states.
We even have high school.
Yep. Well, there's a big debate going on currently about maybe changing different sports seasons. And the debate was, instead of, you would move baseball to the fall and soccer to the spring.
Well, baseball in the fall would be neat because by the time the end of the season goes, the World Series will be.
Exactly. Yeah.
But it would also be cold.
But see, in order to change that, that's a 1-0, and it would be 1-1. They would have to make the decision, like, right about now, because you can't have them play back-to-back seasons. They wouldn't do that. So you would have to make the decision. That one rocketed in there. Nice stop there at third. I wouldn't even know when you would have to make the decision. You would have to make it in December or in one of the winter months so that you would cancel the spring season and change it to the fall season.
Which wouldn't go over too well to somebody who didn't play in the fall.
Exactly.
I'm going to miss my senior year in first game. I know, it's going to be tough.
Infrastructure. Change is so hard to do in the CIAC. It would be interesting if it came, though. I mean, a little bit of change.
You get a lot of gripes from the smaller schools. If you did keep football and baseball at the same time in the fall, it wouldn't work. Most small schools.
Yeah, a lot of sport, but a lot of states do spring soccer. It is kind of a spring sport too. It's kind of a year-round thing too. You play it indoors in the winter, and you play it outdoors from the spring to the fall.
Yeah, there's actually winter indoor baseball. It's really like the actual infield.
Yeah, but I mean, you need a humongous field. You need a huge complex just to do that. Here's a pitch. Fly ball. Foul. That's going on Buzzing Street.
Well, some states, the American Legion, I remember when there was a tournament in Middletown, Palmer from the team from Arizona came up. And I was talking to their coaches, and they told me that, they said, do you get the coach? And he said, in the spring. And he said, well, I'm into high school.
Yes. That is a line drive that will bounce on the lip of the grass, and it's a base hit. So after Ellington scores in their first two at-bats, West Hartford's fought back, and here in the top of the fifth, they have a base runner.
Yeah, so in Arizona, for example, coaches in the high school team can coach the same team in the collegiate season, where it's not allowed in Connecticut. You can only coach a team that has maximum of five players.
You know that Jack McFarland, the coach from Staples High School, actually is the head coach for the Trumbull team. Has brought a pretty good team up there. Squares to bunt. It's going to be perfectly executed. They're going to go to first. It's going to be errant. Another error. They will hold him at third, and how about this? The potential go-ahead run comes to the plate for West Hartford. Wow. Unbelievable.
Yeah, and it's going to be a sack probably. And that's what happens sometimes. Make guys make a play.
Yep. Second and third now, and a basic could tie this game up.
Infield in.
Ellington.
Hit it hard, Cole.
Here's Colby Little.
A lot of holes, boys. Contact now, contact.
The first pitch to him. Bunts, and that was perfect. They will just tag him, but it is 3-2.
Here we go, Drew!
Technically, I think that's yeah. So far, that's good. One down. Come on, Drew. You got the run. You got enough time left.
3-2, top of the fifth inning with a man on third and 2 out.
Go, Drew!
Hungerford 0 for 2 on the day. A ground out and a strikeout. He grounds it back up the middle. Off the pitcher's glove, fielded it short, and they'll get the out at first. That is exactly what they needed. If he had been safe, who knows what would have happened. To the bottom of the fifth we go. Back in a moment on the American Legion Broadcast Network and SportingNewsCT.com.
All right, this is Adam. Take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life. National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part. Get set for life.
Welcome back to Palmer Field, to Muzzy Field in Bristol, Connecticut. It is 3-2 Ellington. We might.
We do.
Number 10.
That's Hungerford, right? That's Drew Hungerford.
So Drew Hungerford is the new pitcher.
Let's see who places him. That's Luke Fox. So Luke Fox now. Luke Fox went to third base. Who's in right field?
Let's go, Blue.
Just a minute.
Yeah, who's in right field?
First pitch from Drew Hungerford. Ball 1. Cracked foul behind the plate.
No, Fox is it. Sorry. Yeah, but we're trying to figure out who the right fielder is. We'll get that in a moment. As Luke Fox, the right fielder, went over to third base. That's what he used to do. Yeah, that's what he did in the last game when he came out of pitching.
Pitch is another ball, 2-0.
It's Chase Kidd, who was 0 for 2 in this game. He was 1 for 3 in the last game. He's now 1 for 5 for the tournament.
Here is the 2-0. It's in the dirt, 3-0.
Number 2 for West Hartford is Ryan Farley, right?
So Farley moves to right. This one rocked right at him, and it is jumping in on Farley. He'll field it on a hop. And you know the deal. It is going to be a new batter and a man on first for Ellington.
They might have lost the DH now to Ellington. Ellington was Sammy Corriveau, right?
Possibly, yeah.
So they might have lost him. I thought he was number 25. And he was batting in the 6th spot before the designated hitter was for Ellington. And he got a single his last time up, too, so I wonder. Bunt to
That's
pitcher.
a bunt. Oh, what a wonderful play to get him out at first. But does the job, gets the man to second base. That's the goal for Ellington.
Yeah.
They need some run. They need some insurance.
Yep. That slim 3-2 lead. They're
They
trying
know,
to play the
yeah,
same
they
way.
know now that you are not able to, they're not going to squeak by. It's becoming increasingly clear. They're not just going to squeak by with nobody scoring. So 1 out. Let's see who that brings up. That brings up Stefan Lesko, the second baseman, 0 for 2, hit by pitch in his last game, and that's 0-1 the count to him. In today's game, he scored, what's that, an E8?
F8.
Okay.
Fly it out to center.
So he's 1 for 2. And that's a ball, gets by the catcher,
pitch.
and moving up to third base is Chase Kidd.
Scored that one a wild pitch. And you don't want to do that with only 1 out. Now they could score on a squeeze, a ground. There's like, what, 17 different ways you could score from third with 1 out. Less than 2 outs. Is now the infielders have to move up. And, up come in Lesko.
And it's so disappointing. As quickly as East Hartford starts it off, they are now
in danger of giving up a run.
Yeah. In there for a strike. 1 and 2.
Well, you had to think that there was going to be a fastball right there. His last curveball went in the dirt and went to the backstop. So, as a hitter, you had to be looking fastball anyway.
1-2 pitch. Cracked on the ground. A nice play. They're going home. He is out at home.
Ooh, that was a close call.
That was an incredible play.
So he's out on the 6-3 fielder's choice. I really thought he was safe. Looked
2
like
outs
he had his
now,
hand
yeah.
come in there.
That was incredible.
He looked like he gave just too much of a leeway. I thought he had his hand on the plate, but I don't get a vote. Yeah. Call New York, get the timeout, throw the red flag. Right. And I've never seen an umpire change it, put it that way, unless there's some extraordinary circumstance.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if we have the capability to run video replay here.
Well, we will when we get to the championship, though.
Yep.
We will have replay.
Right. The only way that they could run replay in this game is if we were able to somehow. We probably could. Probably figure it out. But it's a still camera, not much to replay. In for a strike.
But that was a big play. And
yeah.
6-2 fielder's choice.
If we were able to zoom a little on the camera, and I think we're going to get a zoom for the next game for the camera. If we were able to zoom a little on the camera, that might be different. Swung on a missed 0-2.
Yeah, Kenny Smith is 1 for 2 in this game, and he struck out 3 times the last game, so he's 1 for 5. And let's see if they decide to run Lesko. got a pretty big lead out there as time's called.
Oh, and 2 with 2 outs, bottom of the 5th inning, and a man on first. Fly ball. Can this drop in fair? No, it's going to be caught, and with a little style, too. Give him points for style. So that is it for the bottom of the 5th. Go to the top of the 6th. We're back in a bit here on SportingNewsCT.com.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life. National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part. Get set for life. Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
Top of the 6th inning here on SportingNewsCT.com is we're about to have a cameraman, hopefully, jumping on.
As Luke Fox steps up to the plate. Luke scored the last run for he scored a run, the first one for West Hartford.
3-2, Ellington on top. Trying to figure out what that first pitch was. I think it was a strike.
Yeah,
we'll
I think so too. So.
That one is also a strike. It's now 0-2.
Yeah, I know. We're listening to State Baseball American Legion Commander, Dave Greenleaf.
Fouled off, so we'll do it again.
Braden Barone, who started this game for Ellington, is still on the mound.
Fouled off. Do it again at 0-2.
Extra innings going on over there at Seppa Field between Naugatuck and Oakville.
See, as close as the games have been here, we still haven't seen extra innings.
Don't jinx it. All right.
Here's the pitch. Cracked in the air. He got a little extra stuff on that, and there's a base hit tie run on base for West Hartford, so you might be right. We may see extra innings pretty soon as West Hartford gets a man on base.
Yep, 5th hit of the day for West Hartford as Luke Fox gets his 2nd hit of the afternoon. Celio is really due. He was 0 for 2 yesterday, and he's 0 for 2 here today. The Trinity College player, rather. He's bunting.
He is going to get out at first base, so 1 down. Runner moves up to 2nd.
Yeah, that time it looked like the pitcher, Braden Barone, was expecting Kevin Smith, the third baseman, to field it, then changed his mind, slipped a little bit, and finally regrouped. And that sidearm toss to first scares me. Every time he throws it and tries to throw it down. And he threw it away once before.
Here's the pitch. Ooh, that was a curveball. That kind of just hung out there. That could have been a pitch to drive.
Drive to the opposite field, yeah.
But you know what? At this spot in the game, you're trying to jack up his pitch count, try and get him out of the game, and get some hits off him. So it might have been a smart move to just take it. Cracked on the ground. Had that been a fair ball, that would have wreaked havoc.
It's Timmy Cotter, 1 for 3 yesterday, 0 for 2 today. Did get on in an error today. Hit the ball hard once, right at the shortstop, though.
Yeah. We've seen a couple of those that have been really hard hit, but have been nice defensive plays. A little in front of that, fouled off into the picnic area. 0-2 the count remains.
Timmy also plays soccer at Kingswood, Oxford. 325 regular season batting average, so he's certainly due.
Yep. Now, was that for American Legion or for high school?
No, for American Legion.
Okay. Yep. Flied in the air, and that's going to be caught by the pitcher for Ellington, Barone. It was still in.
Sean Langan steps up now. He's 1 for 2. Sean is one of 4 boys in his family.
Wow. Now, are there any more or just him?
Well, he has 3 brothers, so I don't know if they're on their way up or he's the youngest. I'm not sure. You have to have his parents, Kevin and Kara Langan. We'll have to ask them.
Here's the 0-1. Got on and missed, and he quickly is 0-2. So West Hartford has battled and battled and battled, but they just haven't been able to score runs.
Yep, the one that they did score was actually an error. One of them that they scored.
Langan will take that. Oh, wow.
That was a tough
That
pitch to
was
take.
really living on the edge. 1-2 the count. In for strike 3, so he lives on the edge and gets by for the first one, but just can't do the second. That is it for the top of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th is on its way here on SportingNews.com.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
We have moved the camera. We got a nice camera angle going here. Welcome back to SportingNewsCT.com. Aiden Blank and Steve Riley.
Well, kudos to the cameraman. If you want to introduce him.
Whoever could that be? Bottom of the 6th inning as we prepare for battle here. This has been a really fun game to watch, Steve, I think, from my end and definitely from yours.
Yeah, because you had some action. You know, you had some guys run around the bases, a couple of errors here and there, a few hits, you know.
Yeah.
2 runs on 5 hits, 2 errors, 4 left on base so far for West Hartford. 3 runs on 5 hits, 3 errors, and 4 left on base for Ellington.
So Brady Coleman will lead off. He is the shortstop, 1 for 3 yesterday. Yeah. Or rather, you can't say yesterday, but you could say yesterday into this morning. The first pitch to him is cracked on the ground to short. They will go across the diamond to first, and it's in time for out number 1.
Well, Hungerford has pitched pretty well. You know, he hasn't given up any runs.
Right. Yeah, he is not.
He was in trouble last inning when we had that great play by the shortstop Ranker.
He's been living on the edge, but he hasn't quite had any penalty for it. They're going to the 9th in Meriden, as we're being told. So that is certainly one to go watch. We're going to be here for a little while. Not that we're encouraging you to choose one game over the other, but that's extra innings. We're going to be here for a couple more at least. In for a strike, 0-2.
I wonder how that works, because we have a delay on our broadcast over there, right? We have a delay here, and then does anybody who listens online learn something that happened in the other game before it actually gets shown on the video? I wonder how that works.
Upstairs, right? 1-2.
We could be. Yeah, the question is who has the delay.
Now, see, Don is using a hotspot, I would assume. That there's no Wi-Fi over there, so he's probably got more of a delay than us because we're hardwired here at Muzzy Field.
Right.
A little bit better accommodations than he's got. That's strike 3.
Yep, as the Moose goes down swinging. Yeah, you start thinking about all that time stuff, and it can be confusing,
exactly.
right? It's almost like the paradoxes of time travel.
Here's Aaron Young. He has been the catcher for both games for Ellington. That's really a gutsy performance for him, and he hits one right back up the middle, and a base hit for Aaron Young.
Yep, 2-out single for Aaron. He was 1 for 3 yesterday and carried into this today, and he was a double, scored a run. So he's now 2, 3, 4, 6.
Wow. Yeah. Batting .500 through 6 at-bats here in this Super Regional. Assuming Ellington can win this game, he'll have some more at-bats.
Ryan Decker up now.
Crack to center. This one dropping very shortly, and it's getting down. Young will hold up, so everybody moves up a base. First and second.
Yeah, for Ellington. I mean, the good part about it also is should West Hartford tie the game up, they'll have that makes Ellington at least come up at the top of the order in the bottom of the 7th. I think that's the first. Well, other than Ellington has done it twice now in the tournament.
Sure.
2 hits in a row.
Yeah.
And one was an infield single. In that another sequence before, these same 2 batters, too, got it 2 in a row. So Aaron Young and Ryan Decker.
No, that was ball 1. That was ball 1. Box scores thus far. Ellington's got 3 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors. And West Hartford's got 2 runs, 5 hits, and 2 errors. That's on the outside part of the plate, 2-0.
Yeah, now time is called as the catcher wants to go out and talk to Hungerford. That catcher being Sean Langan.
Of course. So we're just building and building here on our your viewing experience here at Muzzy Field. We started yesterday with a GoPro mounted on the outside of the press box and no movement to it whatsoever, and 2 of us on the call. We have now a nice moving camera that's on a little bit more level surface, and tomorrow we will have that, plus, as that's foul back, we'll have that. Plus, we will have another high school student that will join us. Cameron Manna from Staples High School will be a part of the broadcast tomorrow and all the way through our final days till we crown a Super Regional champion. Fouled off as the runner goes. 2-2.
Yeah, both runners were taking off on that pitch. The 2-1 count is usually seen as a good hit and run count. However, not usually with 2 outs. Because you're forcing the batter to swing at a pitch. He might just hit a ground ball, and then it's the 3rd out.
Yeah. 2 outs, so there's not much of a penalty if you run. Pitch. That one is going to be 3-2. Great job by the West Hartford catcher. That is Sean Langan. Great job getting out of his crouch to stop that from getting onto the backstop. That could have been Not good.
Yeah, could have been runners on second and third.
Here's the pitch. This one is getting over the head of the shortstop, and just like that, 1 run will score, and that's all they've got. But it won't matter because Ellington is back in front 4-2.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting that time by Adam Muzzy. He just left the runners were going, and it's always tough, you know. You're a hitter, you get a little distracted sometimes, but with 2 outs, the runners were taken off, and that moves Decker to third base.
Yes, first and third now. And a pitching conference out on the mound.
It looks like that's going to be all. And that's going to be all.
This will be the 4th West Hartford pitcher that we see.
So let's see where they move Luke Fox as Drew Hungerford goes back to third base. And see exactly who's that number 15 out there for West Hartford now. So that's Tim Cotter. Yeah. So Tim Cotter will now come in to pitch. And let's see who goes to second base. That's probably what it is. It's like Luke Fox may shift over to second base.
So Luke Fox comes in to pitch, and while he...
No, that's Tim Cotter.
Oh, no. Okay, so it's Tim Cotter who comes in to pitch, and while he does his warm-ups, we will take a short break. We're back in just a bit here on SportingNewsCT.com.
Yeah. While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
Aiden Blank and Steve Riley back on SportingNewsCT.com. And Steve, why don't you tell us about the new pitcher for West Hartford?
Well, the pitcher is Timmy Cotter. He was the second baseman prior to that, and Drew Hungerford's day is over. And Luke Fox, who was playing third base, it looks like he will shift over to second base. And that would be the only 2 changes that are going to be made. And Timmy Cotter, let's see if we can find anything out about him other than what his pitching is. He sports a 1.55 ERA on the mound this summer. So he's a good one, but he'll try to shut the door here.
And we do thank the 15 of you that are watching online. A great audience on hand. Thanks for spending part of your Sunday with us. That ball in the dirt could have been dangerous there.
Yeah, could have been the 5th run.
1-0 the count. Highest scoring game so far in this Super Regional. Ellington 4, West Hartford 2.
It is an elimination game, so the loser's season will come to an end. Looking ahead to the 7th inning, West Hartford will send up their 7, 8, 9 batters, Wilson, Ranker, and Maine.
Ball 2, 2-0 now. Again, the loser's season comes to an end. The winner will play tomorrow night against the loser of this 4th game of the tournament, but second and a half game of the day. Yeah. Pitch. Ooh. You could hear that one really crank.
Well, it's crucial here for Ellington to have answered back. You know, they got their first 2 runs in the 1st and 2nd inning. They got their 3 runs. West Hartford's been poking back, 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th. So it was really crucial for Ellington to just get back on the snide offensively with that run.
They're in the bottom of the 9th in Meriden. And that is just an incredible all to itself. Pitch is fouled. That's into another person's yard on Muzzy Street. 2-2. Same person's yard kind of seems to keep getting baseballs in it.
Collection. Really got to wonder, you know, for whoever's got to play the winner of that Naugatuck Oakville game. You know, either team, whoever wins, running out their pitching.
Runner goes, slice to center field. This one is going to be caught by the second baseman, Luke Fox, and that's it. So, to the top of the 7th inning we go, and West Hartford has one more chance to do it. They need 2 runs to score to tie, 3 to take the lead. We're back for the top of the 7th, a very climatic one at that, in just a moment here on SportingNewsCT.com.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
While I was overseas...
Welcome back
So the other
to
was unearned, right?
Muzzy Field in Bristol, Connecticut.
So,
Top of the 7th inning. Try and update the scoreboard here. And nobody out. So, Here we go. Ready to get things going. For one final time this inning, the first pitch is a strike, 0-1.
I was just trying to check back, Aiden, to see if those 2 runs that West Hartford got, they're both actually unearned. As Paul Wilson comes into play, comes to the bat again.
0-1. It's a bunt. Oh, he might have caught that. No, he didn't. But they'll go to first regardless, and he's out.
Oh, that was close.
You could hear the yelling on the West Hartford side saying, no way.
Yeah. But nobody has a vote except the guy down at first base. So they're 2 outs away from their season being over.
Yes, they are, down to their last 2 outs.
Yep, as Brian Ranker steps in, he's 1 for 2 today.
First pitch to him, strike 1.
He has hit the ball pretty well today. As you might remember that blast to left field that the left fielder dropped.
Sure.
That went a long way.
0-1 about to be offered. Cracked in the air. That is going to be caught. Oh, what a catch! What an unbelievable snag! And that is going to be out number 2. And, well, at this point, I mean, that was incredible.
Well, we think about this. And,
incredible luck right there.
That's why we say that baseball is a game of redemption. Is that time Dakota Aldrich, who actually dropped that last fly ball out to him to left field when he ran back to catch it, this time makes an unbelievable diving snap.
That might be one of the plays of the year.
Oh, yeah. Because especially since you took that gamble, if that ball bounced in, you know you got at least 2. And with a 2-run lead, he took the gamble, and he got it.
Not sure if our cameras caught that. We're hoping they did. Pitch. In for a strike. If not, if it was, we may have to submit that for a top 10 play.
Yep. Or start the roar of that ESPN thing.
Yeah. Swing and a miss. They're down to their last strike.
Yeah, Max Main up now is 0 for 4 on the day.
0-2, 2 outs, top of the 7th inning, and West Hartford needing 2 to keep their season alive. Barone, who has pitched the entire game, will throw ball 1.
Yeah, he started the inning at 85 pitches.
You know what? He is. You got to keep him in. There's no. He's not going to pitch for the rest of the tournament.
No, what
anyways.
I'm saying is he can only go to 105 though. Right?
Yeah,
or 110, I think, or something. So
you got to get it done. And there it is. They will punch him out. And your final score today is Ellington 4, West Hartford 2. And after a scare in that first game, Ellington is able to keep it going.
Well, Ellington ended up with 4 runs on a total of 8 hits. They committed 3 errors, and they left 6 runners on base. West Hartford, 2 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors. They left 4 on base. But I think the story of this game really has got to be Braden Barone. I mean, you know, he throws – both the runs were unearned that he gave up to West Hartford, and pitched a stellar game, scattered 5 hits, struck out 3. More importantly, walked none, so he gave no freebies. Didn't hit anybody or walk anybody, which is always really important. So, you know, Braden Barone, the winning pitcher, keeps his team alive as Ellington survives and advances to play the winner, the loser
they will play,
of the next
yes.
game.
So Ellington will play our Monday game at 6:30. They will play tomorrow at 6:30. They will play the loser of our next game between RCP and they're playing Tri-County.
Yep.
So do we have one final score update before we sign off from Meriden?
We don't. We still have it as nothing.
Oh, my goodness.
In the 10th inning, so I don't know. So it doesn't look like that game's going on forever.
Not at all.
So feel free to switch over on our website and go over and watch that game. This one is concluded with a 4-2 score. Winning pitcher, Braden Barone. Loser would have to be, I would imagine, Beasley only pitched
4.
one.
Yeah, they used 4 or 5 pitchers.
Yeah, but Beasley only pitched. They never tied it up, so it's got to be Beasley only pitched 1 inning.
Right.
They used Matt Beasley, Griffin Van Rye, Drew Hungerford, Timmy Cotter all the way through, and you know, they tried to survive, just couldn't get it done. The bats just weren't alive enough for West Hartford in this tournament.
So there you see Ellington. They are celebrating the win 4-2, and that's it. So once again, your final 4-2 Ellington over West Hartford. They will move on to tomorrow night at 6:30. They will play against the loser of Tri-County and RCP, who are coming up next. For everybody here at SportingNewsCT.com, our tireless grounds crew that has worked hard and tirelessly and around the clock to get these games going, I'm Aiden Blank, and we will say so long for now. We will see you in just a bit at 4 o'clock for RCP and Tri-County. The winner is going to the final. Have a good day. Have a good afternoon, everybody.